Hello folks, we come to the part 8 of the exercise 4.1. The chapter has got only one exercise but lots of problems. So we are going to continue now with the 8th part. In that we are doing the 50th question. So let's see now what the question says. Question says that 1 squared plus 3 squared plus 5 squared and so on 2n minus 1 the whole squared is n into 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 3. We have our format, we have our step 1, we have our step 2. If we are able to prove step 1 and step 2, then the result is true by principle of mathematical induction. So we are going to take up that same step and continue. Let Pn represent the given mathematical statement. Step 1 to show that P of 1 is true. Now we have learned number of times that P of 1, what we do is from the left hand side we take the first term and from the right hand side wherever n is coming they will put 1 and we'll try to get the answer. So here it's going to be 1 squared and on the other side it is 1 into 2 into 1 by 3 first bracket, second bracket, 2 into 1 plus 1 by 3. Let's check what happens. Left hand side is 1 squared which is 1 itself, but right hand side it is 1 into, this is 2 minus 1, 1. So it's 1 by 3. 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 by 3. So like that, no, it's not over 3, only once 3 is coming. So the 3 and 3 cancel, get the answer as 1. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS and therefore P of 1 is true. Now we go to step 2, assume P of k is true. Wherever this, in this statement, wherever n is coming, there we are substituting k. 1 squared plus 3 squared plus 5 squared and so on. 2k minus 1 the whole squared, k times 2k minus 1, 2k plus 1 by 3. And you have to show that P of k plus 1 is true. So all these terms plus the k plus 1th term. So it's like 1 squared plus 3 squared plus 5 squared till 2k minus 1 the whole squared plus, see generally these you find that these are odd terms. So in order to predict pk plus 1 generally observation works well, but technically I have told you many times that the k plus 1th term, if you want to understand what it is, wherever k is coming you put k plus 1, substitute, you will get the k plus 1th term. Same thing here. What has to come on the right hand side? If you have to know wherever k is coming, there you put k plus 1, you will be able to predict. But otherwise, even by observation, you are able to predict it. Like for example, here these are all odd terms. So after 2k minus 1, the next odd term is 2k plus 1. So therefore, that way you can put. This is technically and meticulously if you are doing, I have told you how the method is. So k replaced by k plus 1. And 2k minus 1 is replaced by 2k plus 1 and 2k plus 1 is the next odd number. So our next odd number here is 2k plus 3. So this is purely by observation we are doing. Technically I have told you how we are supposed to do, replace k by k plus 1. So that's how we are getting pk plus 1. This is what we have to show. So we'll start with the LHS. So consider the LHS. It's 1 squared plus 3 squared and so on till 2k minus 1 the whole squared plus 2k plus 1 the whole squared. Now till here we know the result. How do we know the result? Because we know it from here. So we can substitute. So what will come? It will come as k times 2k minus 1 into 2k plus 1 whole by 3. And here we have this 2k plus 1 the whole squared left. Now in both cases, if you see this term and this term, 2k plus 1 is a common factor, so you can pull it out. So what will happen? You will have a 2k plus 1 coming out. So in the first term, you will have k times 2k minus 1 by 3 left. And here there is a 2k plus 1 left. So we can equalize the denominators and see what comes into 3 here. And let's see after all the opening what happens. 3 we have equalized it. So 2k squared inside the bracket minus k plus 6k plus 3. So that means it is 2k plus 1 by 3. When we look at the RHS also, this much you have got. So only these two you have to get. Okay, that's the idea. So now this is 2k squared minus, sorry, plus 5k plus 3. Now we can have that solved here. 2k squared plus 5k plus 3 could be always written as 2k squared plus maybe 2k plus 3k. Instead of 5k, there is no harm if you split it. 2k common, k plus 1, 3 common, k plus 1, split it up as 2k plus 3 into k plus 1. So this is splitting as 2k plus 3 and k plus 1. And that is exactly our RHS. We have got all the terms from the RHS. So that's our RHS. And so LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, P of k plus 1 is true. And from steps 1 and 2, therefore, the given mathematical statement is true by PMI. That's our 15th question. Move to the 16th one. So let's take the 16th now after we finish the 15th one. So we are into a tailor-made format. So people who write on the board, that is an advantage, but children who are writing in the exam, that cannot be an advantage. You have to be writing it again and again. There's no way out. But then you have to do only limited problems. You don't have to keep doing problems like teachers. So both has got its advantages and disadvantages. That's about this. We just remove off all those steps so that we can fill in the new steps that's required. All the others are just like a skeleton. We only have to fill it with flesh and blood. This is your 16th problem. 1 by 1 into 4 plus 4 into 7 plus 7 into 10 and so on. 1 by 3n minus 2 into 3n plus 1, and then this is equal to n by 3n plus 1. We got to show this. Now, whenever we have got to show this, obviously we start the same way. We'll take let Pn represent the given statement. Step 1, to show that P of 1 is true. First term from here, that is 1 by 1 into 4 and n replaced by 1, 3 into 1 plus 1. So here 1 into 4, when we consider the LHS, is 1 by 4. 1 by 3 into 1, it's 3. 3 plus 1. So that's also 1 by 4. LHS is equal to RHS. P of 1 is true. Now assume P of k is true, n replaced by k. So 1 by 1 into 4 plus 1 by 4 into 7 plus 1 by 7 into 10 and so on. 1 by 3k minus 2 into 3k plus 1 is equal to k times 3k plus 1. Now, pk plus 1, as I said, to show that p of k plus 1 is true, it is technically, if you have to find out the terms, obviously we are going to substitute k for k plus 1 and get the terms. But if you are a very good observer, there's no need to do all that, you can get it directly. So some problems, forthcoming problems, will be taking our power of observation, we'll use it and we'll try to predict this term. Anyhow, when you take the pk plus 1 the term, the first terms are going to be as it is. These are going to be as it is. Then we are going to write our next term. How could this be? If you carefully observe 1 into 4, then this 4 is repeating. Then 4 into 7. But between these two, there is a difference of 3. Between these two, there is a difference of 3. Between these two, there is a difference of 3. We use the same idea. So what is happening is, the previous term, the last term, is going to be the first term here. And the next term is going to be such that their difference should be 3. So therefore, this could be 3k plus 4. Then only you could have a difference as 3. That means you add 3 to this, you will get that term. Like 1 plus 3, you are getting 4. 4 plus 3, you are getting 7. So like that. We add 3, you are getting this. Then on the right hand side also, if you observe, the numerator, because you have taken k terms, is k. So here you are taking k plus 1 term, so it's k plus 1. And the denominator is the last term here. So also the denominator here will be the last term here. Right. So this is how we do it by observation, and if the observation is not working, as I told you, as usual, use substitute k instead of k plus 1, you are able to get those terms. Okay, having got this, now we are going to take the LHS and we are going to solve. In the LHS, we've got like 1 by 1 into 4, 4 into 7, 7 into 10 and so on. You have a term 1 by 3k minus 2 okay, and term still here is known to us because we have done the assume p of k is true, so it's known to us, and that will come to k by 3k plus 1. So only the last term is left, 1 by 3k plus 1 into 3k plus 4, out of which 3k plus 1 is common, so you can take it out. If we take it out, the remaining terms here is k and 1 by 3k plus 4. So we need to equalize this, multiplied by 3k plus 4 multiplied by 3k plus 4, because we need to equalize the denominators. So now what will come? 3k squared plus 4k, because we have multiplied for equalizing the denominators, and 3k plus 4 over here. Always keep an eye on the RHS, whether we are reaching the RHS. So 3k plus 4, yes, you have got. So obviously this is cancelling. That's how you have got the terms in the numerator. Numerator is made up of 3k squared plus 4k plus 1. No problem. We can simplify it. 3k squared plus 4k plus 1. 3 ones are 3. So 3k squared plus 3k plus k you can write. 4 you can always write it like that, plus 1. So you have the grouping 3k times k plus 1 and 1 over here times k plus 1 and so on. So it will break up as 3k plus 1 times k plus 1. So 3k plus 1 times k plus 1, the 3k plus 1, 3k plus 1 cancels, and you are getting k plus 1 by 3k plus 4. That's exactly what they have asked us. That is why LHS is equal to RHS, and P of k plus 1 is true from steps 1 and 2. Given mathematical statement is true by PMI. Now I think the next problem, we have one more equality problem, then we go to a couple of inequality problems, and we also have some multiple, like showing a multiple of a number, those kind of problems. So that will be proceeding in the next part. Thank you.